Time for top takeaways. I'll start with my partner here in the booth, Glenn Howell. What did you think of this win here tonight?
Man, oh man. I tell you what, this team is just gritty. Just gritty. Just a gritty team.
They have to be
I,
gritty because the
I mean,
basketball team is the Motor Boys now.
I'm just telling you, just watching that game, I watched that whole game from the sideline. These guys wore, this offense wore the the Scum Devils defense down. And you could see them by the third and the fourth quarter, they were tired. They were just tired. Noah just executed throughout this game, and it was just a joy to watch these guys on the sideline just dominate. They just really, I think they really dominate. Yeah, they didn't have Sam Levitt. They didn't have Jordan. Well, Jordan was in there for a minute, then he got taken out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they didn't have, but you know what? The next guy's got to stand up. He's got to step up,
That's
and
that's what the Wildcats have been doing. The next guy's been
stepping
up and making plays,
doing things. I mean, that's what the depth is, and this team, boy, this is a good team. This is a good football team, and people in Tucson better appreciate this team because this team is. It's just gritty, and I just love this team. Watching these guys, and they just get after it. And Coach Brennan, he has put together this coaching staff, and just listening to these guys on the sideline of how they were coaching these kids and making the adjustments of what they did on the second half. They didn't even score the second half, man.
No.
They didn't even score.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even score.
And that was their thing.
And yeah,
their thing was
were
scoring in the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter. And their big back, that bad back they had, there was
Malik Brown.
He was, his water was shut off. It was shut off. You know, our guys were out there laying some serious hat. Our defense is physical. Our offensive line is physical. I mean, defensive line, everybody on this team is physical, and that's what I think about this team, and I'm just so proud of them and so happy for them to win this Territorial Cup.
Kelvin Eafon, your top takeaways.
Man, I'm just smiling ear to ear, listening to the OG Glenn, being so happy, thinking about all my Wildcats and Wildcat Nation, man. We're excited all over the world, man, because you sit back and you think about just last year, everybody trying to run Brennan out. It felt personal a little. It felt personal a little bit because Brennan is a Coach Tommy guy. Let's just keep it real. And Coach Tommy is near and dear to our heart, And so, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I went against that with everything in me because I just felt like the man didn't have a true chance to really, show what he had. He came into a team where, guys was deciding where they want to stay. They was on, on the limb, whether or not they wanted to be here or not, and just didn't have a chance to recruit anybody. Went out there and got 61 new guys, man. And I'm thinking, okay, we'll get to a bowl, maybe 6, 7 wins. But, man, to come out, finish the season the way they finished it, after taking a couple tough losses, man, where it could have easily broke them, could have fractured these guys and made guys split off from each other and turn their back on each other. But the leadership in that room, man, I hate even thinking about the leadership in that room because, this is the time of the year where you start having to worry about if you're going to be able to keep some of them guys. But, when I tell you I'm ecstatic and I'm so happy for the whole program, the football program, it's just, I don't know what to say. Just pumped up, man, and excited.
Yeah, I hear you, Kelvin. And, man, Kelvin, you would have been so proud of how physical our guys were on that game, man. With that fumble, when they hit their quarterback, that fumble, he got hit, his arm just went limp. Just went limp, man. It was amazing that when that ball went down. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh. I mean, our guys were just they just said, you know what, we're just gonna out physical. We bullied them, man. We wore them down. They couldn't even pass rush going into the third and fourth quarter.
No,
they weren't even pass rush.
Yeah,
and Noah's just sitting there just picking them. He had a toothpick in his mouth. Hey,
Glenn, and guys, I heard Coach Brennan said, it was a short week, so he let most of the former guys who played in this game, the Bobby Wades and the Salaveas and the Sanders and all those guys talk to him, and it looked like it. The way that those guys played, it looked like old Wildcat football. It looked like old Wildcat football. To where you're physical, you out there. It's not about the names on the shirts. It's about the guys on the field taking care of business, man. And you couldn't tell from 1 through 100, however many guys were out there, everybody was bringing a level of play, a level of physicality, that really put an imprint on this game.
And I tell you what, and everybody is going to want to jump on Mr. Medina. You know what? I think he came through because I said something to him on the sideline. Keep kicking him, boy. I mean, you can still make. We need you. We need you.
Mm-hmm.
And he came through. He came through. I don't care what anybody says. He was 3 for 6.
Yeah.
One block. I think the block was offsides. I think that was an offsides. I really do believe that was an offside. But, he kept on kicking. That's tough, man. That's a tough situation
Glenn,
after you miss those.
Now, that's right. But I'll say this, though, about that. Remember on the last time we got one block from that same edge?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got to get that extra body over there like we did before. Just little adjustments. As you made adjustments, this game is chess, not checkers. And so, I mean, that's a part of it, the ups and downs. I mean, of course, you would want to make every kick, but this is football. You know how it go, Glenn. Some things just don't work out, and you still got to figure out a way to come together and win. And that's going to be a great story one day when they go back and talk about it like, man, we got down in the red zone 5 times.
Yep.
But to me, when I seen us getting down there, I said, oh, we got these guys. They're fresh right now, so they're making plays. But as this game go along and we continue to get down there, we're going to be able to finish. So I really didn't, it didn't really scare me that, or it didn't make me panic as far as, I'm sitting on my couch, so how much panic is that?
Yeah.
With that being said, you know what I mean? But I didn't panic as a fan because I'm like, yo, we're driving on these guys. Yes, ASU was holding up right here, but I think we're going to be able to get to these guys. But, again, that defense just played at another level, gave the offense a chance to get it together, and they just came out second half, man, and just put it all together, man. This is one of my most fun teams watching, man. Just the development of it all. Didn't have a lot of expectations coming into the year, but just seeing these guys turn into what they turning into, they got a chance to have a 10-win season, and that's holy ground when you talk about Arizona football.
Yeah, and you know what, Kelvin, man, the way they just pounded on these guys, the drives that they have, even though they didn't get any points, that just was like a cut of the 100 cuts, just killing them by 100 cuts. Because you look at the time of possession, we had 40 minutes, they had 20 minutes.
That's crazy.
That is unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about the way they would panic. They were panicking every possession because they had to score. They had to because they may not get the ball back.
I told you that guy couldn't beat us.
I know he could. I mean, it's just like
he was worse than I thought he was.
Yeah, he was. Really, he was. He was.
He reminded me of that kid they had out there 2 years ago when we kicked their ass. Who was that kid? I don't even remember his name.
That's why we said we don't remember.
What was that kid's name? We can't remember his name. He was so bad. Jeff Sims was worse.
Though, DK, he had me nervous when they scored that first touchdown. I was like, man, did they watch the BYU game? But I thought about the BYU game. But you know what? I thought about the BYU game, and I said, we almost won that.
Yeah.
We almost won that game. Maybe we learned something from that BYU game. As a matter of fact, we did, because they made the adjustment and made sure that this quarterback couldn't end up dominating them and forced him to be a passer and not a runner. And, man, DK, when you said it during the game, said this guy can't beat us, I said, I hope we don't have to eat crow.
Yeah.
After this. Come on, DK, don't say this.
Hey,
but
DK
man, knew something.
KE, man, listen, man, points off of turnovers. We had 17. They had 0.
Well, we had to win it. We had to win that.
They didn't score at all off of our turnovers. I mean, it's just like it's just the stats are staggering. I think they really are. Mr. Their running back. I mean, he didn't get any yards, man.
Yeah, Relique.
Relique
I
didn't.
took out the game.
He wasn't getting any yards, man. It was just like, it was. I was like, he had that one run for that touchdown, and everybody got a little excited. He just did. He didn't get. He had a total of 63 yards on 13 carries, man. I mean, that's great for our defense to keep them under that. Keeping them under. I wanted 100 under 120. They let him get 63. That's just amazing.
Hey, we got to get Lamont Lovett's comments here. Lamont Lovett is in the booth with us here. Another Arizona Wildcat alum. Lamont, your top takeaways on this win tonight over the Sun Devils.
My top takeaways are it's a W. That's all that matters, man. I mean, anytime you can come into Tempe.
There was a lot of laughing today, boy.
My goodness, I couldn't even control myself. No, but anytime you can come up to Tempe, get a victory, it's a good day for Arizona. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited about that.
What have you just loved about these three running backs and the way they've kind of just it's been whoever's opportunity it's been, that back has taken advantage of it, whether it's Marty, whether it's Ricino, whether it's Craig getting his opportunities in there, the way that they've used those guys effectively in this offense.
Yeah, I think they all bring different elements to the table, and I think that they've all contributed in their own ways. They're all very different in their running style, but all effective. And there's been a game where each one of them needed to shine at different times, and that's the nice part about it. One guy maybe he's not having as much success, and then Marty comes in and rips off a run. And then there's a game where you needed somebody to be more of a hammer and physical, and then you got Ricino coming in and doing it. And then, so these guys, there's just all these, like I said, they had a great variety, a lot of different skill sets, but all equally effective.
29 carries tonight between the three of them. And again, they didn't get to 100 yards tonight. Would they get 89 yards? But
they were crucial yards.
Yeah, but exactly.
Crucial yards. And the thing about it is that they had a lot of negative plays.
Yeah.
They had a lot of negative plays, but they still were running so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys were just like physical. Their running was just like angry. They were like running like KE. Man,
sure.
They were running like Kelvin, man. I mean, they were running angrily. I mean, they were just, the one that Ricino had where they carried him for like 7, 8 yards.
Back, yeah.
He just like said, he ain't kicking me down, man. I mean, it was just so great to watch that so close and watch these guys and the offensive linemen, gosh, these guys on the O-line, man, DeCabra and Chuba and Lotto. Deuce and Lotto. Those
Buchanan.
guys they just dominated.
Yeah.
They dominated. They dominated, man. Those guys were just physical guys up there.
I think you got to also give some love to the offensive line, like you just did, an offensive line coach, because
Josh Oglesby. Yep.
I mean, it's been like a mash unit at times, with the injuries, but there seems to just not be any fall off, and I think that's just a credit to the development and the coaching for Oglesby. He gets a lot of credit because he was getting a lot of heat when they struggled last year. We'll give that man some credit this year because they played lights out and really have been, solid all season.